Take your seat. Good morning, Life Changers Church. Good morning, Life Changers Church. Amen, amen. It's time for the keys to life. Say keys to life. Come on, somebody say keys to life. One more time, keys to life. There we go, there we go, there we go. Number one, move when you can. Move when you can. There are a lot of times in life that you just don't feel up to it. A lot of times in life you feel sick. A lot of times in life you don't feel as though you can do what you know you should do. Now there's a part where you have to ask yourself, is it just how I feel, or is it really something that I cannot do right now? That's the question. In life, for the most part, child, adult, senior citizen, I don't care how you ever look at it, it all evolves around, can I do it, or do I feel like doing it? So the question then is, how can you live if you operate only on how you feel? You can't. So you have to be able to manage feelings versus what you need to get done. So when I say move when you can, you have to look at your life, you have to look at your situation, and you have to be able to manage yourself. Because if you don't talk to yourself, if you don't regulate yourself, people live their life trying to regulate other people. They live their life trying to tell other people what they could do. Never live their life regulating themselves. Never live their life saying, no, get up. No, we're going to do this. We're going to get this done. And so the dreams and the visions and the desires don't get done because of fear, because of laziness, because of pride, because of selfishness, because of so many different things. Because you have the goal, but you won't achieve the goal because of how you feel. I've talked to you, and normally I go after people, I'm going to go after myself today. And I've talked to you many a times, told you different pieces, different keys to life, different portions of my books. Has a book come out yet? No. So I had to look at myself and examine myself and say, where is the author in you? Where is the author? Because you can't be the author if you're not finishing the book. And so I want you to see it, no matter whether it's from me, through my family, through my lifestyle, my explains, my stories. You've got to be able to understand the only thing stopping you is you. So when I say move when you can, I don't mean move when you feel like you can. I mean move because you know you can. I didn't say move because if the time is right, because the time will probably not be right. It will not feel right. But there's more in you than you're presenting. There's more in you than you're giving. There's more in you than you're doing. You have to decide that I have to let go of the fact that the time isn't what I want it to be. I got to stop doing the same thing and expecting what? Something different. You'll never be who you say you want to be if you don't get past the things that are stopping you. You have the position, you have the ability, you're just not completing the work. So move when you can. Number 2, stop taking partial advice from good advice. Stop taking partial advice from good advice. There are people in your life that God puts in your life, and they'll say, well, this is what you should do. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Do them in that order. You're like, two sounds like it's possible. I remember 3, I'm going to do 3. But 4 seems difficult. 1, I'm not so sure you mean me when you count 1. And so it never turns out the way you expect it to turn out. because you won't do all the things that the person told you to do. You take the workshop, but you don't do the work. You take the class, but you skip certain things and then expect it to work out. You do it once, and they said do it 5 times. I was in a class, and the teacher said, as a tutor, and she said, say it 5 times. Now, I have about a certain amount of pride, and on a bad day, I'm like, say it for what? And then this is just me. And I was like, but I said it 5 times. So 5 minutes later, she gave me something else. She said, say it 5 times. I said it, and then she went back and asked me what the first thing was, and I responded. And then she asked me what the second thing was 10 minutes later, and I responded. And we continued to do the same thing over and over and over again, and I realized that although I didn't ask her, I understood why she kept making me say it over and over and over again. I want you to understand, if I said, I'm not going to say it 5 times, just tell me what you want me to know, and I'll do it later on, it never would get done. Sometimes the problem is your obedience to the advice that was given. You think you know more, but you were given advice for a reason. So therefore, take the advice, do all the advice, do it repeatedly, and then if it doesn't work, you can go back to the person and say, hey, I've been doing this every day for 12 weeks. I don't see it. I want my money back. Something. But one of the things that I don't understand, and one of the things that you must catch on, and one of the things that you have to grasp, is that if it's not working, and you went to get the advice, and you got the advice, and the person excels at what they're doing, what is the problem with you? You are capable, you're able, you're functional, but you're not willing. You're willing to reap the benefits. You're willing to have great amounts of money. You're willing to have a great relationship. You're willing to have a wonderful house. You're willing to have a wonderful car. You're willing to have all those different things. But the advice you're not willing to take. It doesn't matter how old you are. The question is, when are you going to step over? When are you going to cross over? When are you going to say, all right, my way really doesn't work. I'll try it, and I'll give it 150%. Because at this point, all you're doing is spinning your wheels. You're on ice and you're going nowhere. For what? Let me explain. Time does not go backwards. It only goes forwards. So if I say something to you and it resonates and you get it, take it. And one of the things you always hear me say, don't go to church and say, that was good, and then forget about it. Why you get up? It's cold. You got up, put clothes on and everything to hear something that sounded good, and then you went home and forgot about it? For what? I wouldn't do that. For why? Why go to school? Tell me something I didn't got here. Tell me something that's worth me being here. I paid for the class. Tell me something I can take home and use. You have to decide to stop wasting your time, because you don't get it back. You don't get it back. You don't get today back. Between 9 and 10, it was me and you. And if you don't take anything home and do it over on Monday, and then on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, on Thursday, and on Friday, and on Saturday, you've wasted your Sunday morning. I'm just saying, think about it. You were marked present, but that was it. And if you only came to be marked present, cool. I understand. Just thinking. Number 3, moving on. Okay. I took the alarm off my habit. Write it out, don't worry. I took the alarm off my habit. Yes. I'll explain. I took the alarm off my habit. Let me explain. Okay. I've been saying this for a very long time. And so now I want to give you an example. About a year ago, I told you, and I think we were during, I guess, COVID time, and we were on video. And I explained to you that I was going to do consistently have ASL, consistently work ASL into the service. And so when we got up here and things changed, I still said I got to do this. So after service, you see me leave. And normally after service, I leave and then I do something on Instagram. So I set an alarm over a year ago, or maybe like 6 months or 8 months ago, so that I know to leave here and go do it. Because for 4 weeks, I wasn't doing it. And I don't put that on anybody, I put it on myself. I don't tell somebody, oh, remind me, everything. No, I put it on myself. So after a while, time moves and moves, and I realize the alarm is going off, but by the time the alarm goes off, I already did it. I don't need the alarm anymore. What am I saying to you? This is how it works. The thing that you say you're going to do that you don't do, respond to the alarm. Put the alarm on your phone. Do the thing over and over, and don't turn it off until you've done it so much that by the time you look at the alarm, you don't need it anymore. Simplistic tool that people could put and apply to everyday life of something you know you're going to forget, or something you know you don't want to do, or something you know that you just somehow, it just evades you, and you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to do it. But it has to happen. It has to happen consistently in your life. And you need it to be what? A habit. You need it to be a lifestyle, not a diet, a lifestyle. Not occasionally, a lifestyle. So follow the word, follow the alarm, do it until you can take the alarm off, because it's just an irritant, because you've already what? Done it. You've already completed it. You've already succeeded. You can do these things. The only thing stopping you is what? And those are the keys to life.